Yes, Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, welcome. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah, doing well.
So I am going to leave and then leave the screen for you. Inshallah, you can share the website.
Okay.
And then also, I would like to ask from our audience, if you have any question, please post on the chat box. So at the end, I can ask, inshallah, our sister Jihan, inshallah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so you can see me now?
Yes.
Okay.
You. And then I'm going to leave and then leave the screen for you, inshallah.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you. Great.
Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, we're all set. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name's Jahan Hamdan. I've been a member of the Islamic Center since I was around 10 years old. Been part of the community all my life, pretty much. I was a former youth group member. I was a teacher at New Horizons School. And for the past 5 years, I've been working on this website to preserve the work of Dr. Maher Hathout and Dr. Fethi Osman. Let me introduce Dr. Hathout and Dr. Osman for those who don't know them. Dr. Maher Hathout was a spokesperson and chairman of the Islamic Center for many years. He was an advisor to the youth group that I was in. He was spokesman for the Muslim Public Affairs Council. He was part of the Interfaith Alliance in Los Angeles that is still going on today. He was a leader, he was an activist, he was a teacher, and he was a mentor to many people. Dr. Fethi Osman was also from the Los Angeles Islamic Center of Southern California. He too was a leader, he was an activist as well. He was an author of many books, and he was a professor and a renowned scholar of Islamic history. Both of these men were pillars of our community, and they're in the hearts of our community, always have been and always will be. And it's for this reason that I felt it was important to do this project. I was fortunate enough to be around them growing up, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to share their voices with the world. And I also thought it would be a great opportunity for me to learn, having to listen to all their material. I started this project at the end of 2014. This was a project that Dr. Hathout wanted completed and put on this website, which I'll discuss in a couple of minutes. The first step was collecting all the material of Dr. Hathout and Dr. Osman. We're talking about almost 4 decades of work, so it was an enormous amount of material. The first place I wanted to go to was the Islamic Center of Southern California, of course. And I went there, and they have a room that's full of cassette tapes and videos and DVDs of everybody who's basically spoken at the Islamic Center for 4 decades. And I know the Islamic Center is going to digitize everyone else, but I was just focused on Dr. Hathout and Dr. Osman. So my first task was pulling out everything in that room that had their name on it. Some things did not have labels on them, so I took that also. I collected many boxes of cassette tapes and DVDs and videotapes. My next source was the wives of these men, Dr. Agat Hathout and Ida Osman. They both had their own personal collection. And I met with them several times to go over what they had and what I had. And the last source was the Muslim Public Affairs Council. I went there many times to collect what they had because Dr. Hathout was a spokesperson, so they had a pretty big collection. So I had many boxes full of cassette tapes. This was an enormous task, like I said. And my next step was actually digitizing all the material. So I digitized the material, and then the next thing I had to do was edit. A lot of the cassette tapes had multiple people on it, and the videotapes had multiple. So I just extracted Dr. Hathout's stuff and Dr. Osman's stuff and compiled it. And the next step was listening. And that was actually the longest amount of time. This whole project for me, took about 3 years. I decided to listen to every single word that I posted on the website. It's over 200 hours of material. And I wanted to make sure the editing was streamlined, and also at the end of listening, I would write a brief summary of all the material, and I'll show you how I did that on the website. After I completed that, I gave it to our web designer who designed the website and manages it, and he posted everything. And the website went up about a year ago. We're still adding things to it. There will always be things that we need to add. I, God willing, hope that I can add some more stuff of Dr. Fatih Osman and Dr. Hathout as far as literature also to the website. Right now, I'd like to actually share the website with you. So I'm hoping this works. So this is the website right here. The welcome page is the mission, the scope, and the vision of the Muslim Reform Institute. The Muslim Reform Institute was a project of Dr. Hathout's. He wanted his material on this website. It is a think tank. I'm not a spokesperson for MRI. If anybody has any questions or comments as to what the organization is, I'll show you where you can leave a comment or a question and someone from the organization can get to it. So that's the welcome page. The philosophers are Dr. Hathout and Dr. Fatih Osman, and you can go into their picture, and what pops up is a biography of their life, what they've accomplished, what they've written, and everything about them. That's philosophers. So now we go into the material. The first section is videos, and how I categorized it is according to what it was. So under video, we have video courses, speeches, commentaries, seminars, and interviews. So if I go into video courses, these are usually a series of lectures and course that was performed usually at the Islamic Center. Anywhere from an hour, 45 minutes to an hour each lecture. And usually about the Quran or factual information about Islam. Great for beginning, those who want to learn about Islam. Nothing complicated. It's really for anyone who wants to learn about Islam. The next one is speeches. These speeches were from all over the world. Again, anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour and a half. And then the next one is commentaries. And as you can see also, I have the summary of what it is, how long it is. Commentaries were less than 5 minutes long, anywhere from 2 to 5 to 7 minutes long. Usually just commentaries by Dr. Hathout on social issues of the time, social issues that are timeless also. And the next one is seminars. The seminars were usually at the mosque with a group of people, but I only digitized, I only posted the work of Dr. Hathout and Dr. Osman on these seminars. And of course, the last one is interviews. Usually, I think these are mostly Dr. Hathout also, and some by Dr. Osman as well. Some of them have dates, some of them do not. I wasn't able to get the dates on all of them, but if they did have a date, I definitely put it in. The next one is audio, and we go to audio courses. And again, these are courses given by Dr. Hathout, and I'm hoping to add some more of Dr. Fatih Osman's, hopefully this year. And these are again on basic things. The Quran for the Common Muslim is great for beginners, just general information. And then finally, the Friday khutbahs. And the Friday khutbahs, I did these chronological. They go all the way back to 1984 and continue up until 2012, I believe. There's going to be more coming, but these are the ones here. They're all chronological, and they tell you how long, and there's a brief summary for each one. And yeah, and then the literature is the books that these men wrote. I hope to add some more, of course. And then the contact information. If you have a comment, a question on MRI, you can leave it here and somebody will get back to you. Just briefly, you know, some of my favorites are the Friday khutbahs. There's over 150 Friday khutbahs of Dr. Hathout. I'm hoping to get Dr. Osman's this year. I enjoyed them tremendously. They're inspirational, they're educational. I think they're for every age. One of the things I learned most about listening to Dr. Hathout and Dr. Osman is I would listen to like a khutbah from 1984 and it would really seem like it was spoken like 2 weeks ago. The problems of then are the same problems of now. So you realize that not much has changed, although it seems like a lot has changed. And I learned that the value of patience, and you also learn that our job is to just plant the seeds of change and not to really expect change to happen right away. Change is on time, it's God's time, it's not our time. And our work, our responsibility is to just keep going. And a lot of the khutbahs are about feeling despair, the dangers of despair, the dangers of feeling frustrated. And those are the ones I enjoyed. I also enjoyed the course on the prophets. I thought those were great for storytelling and entertainment. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. This has been a very rewarding experience for me. And I hope to continue it. I hope to add some more. MRI does hold events. We will be putting it on the website. We hope to stream them live in the future. And I'm just glad that we were able to finish this because this was a special project that Dr. Hathout really wanted completed. And alhamdulillah, we did complete it. And I hope people will use it. We are trying to get on social media. We are on Facebook. We're going to try to get more social media platforms in the future. And hopefully we'll inform people every time we add things onto the website. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, if anybody has any questions regarding the material, like I said, the material is for all levels, beginners, intermediate, nothing complicated on it. So that's it.
Thank you very much, Sister Jihan, for this very informative presentation. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and bless your family.
Thank you.
Amazing work that you have put together. So I'm looking, there are a few questions. One of them is asking, what is the link again? It says, what was the address? The link?
MuslimReformInstitute.com.
Okay, MuslimReformInstitute.com. Thank you so much. And then they say, thank you for the great effort. And it says, mashallah, I recently heard about these grade 2 giants of recent times at this center. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all involved in creating this website. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward. Okay, thank you. Jazakumullah khair. And I'm looking, are the recordings the same as the Islamic Center of Southern California's recordings?
The Islamic Center, no. The Islamic Center has a lot of the Friday khutbahs. Yeah, a lot of those will be the same. But there were a lot of recordings that the Islamic Center does not have. No, because I took it all. So they only have the ones that they posted on the website probably after 2010 might be similar, but like the ones from the 80s, 90s, no, those are all unique to the MRI website only. The mosque will not have those.
Great. So we have his khutbas, his Sunday lectures, and then also his classes.
The Sunday lectures will be coming. Yeah, I forgot to add that. The Sunday lectures I will be collecting, I'm hoping this year, and adding to the website. Yeah, but the Friday khutbas are there. His courses, which the mosque does not have all of them, because some of them go back to the early 90s as well. A lot of his work was timeless. I didn't really record events that were specific to a time, just the things that were applicable to today and timeless pieces. So interviews, seminars, lectures, courses, yeah, speeches that he did all over the world. And yeah, that they both did, yeah.
Alhamdulillah. And we have a Coffee and Converts, the group of new Muslim brothers and sisters. We use a lot of the books of Dr. Mahir and Dr. Hassan, and also Dr. Fatih Uthman. So I was wondering if we could be able to find Dr. Hathout's book in PDF format. I know Dr. Hassan has some in his website. Would it be possible to get in PDF format, or is it just in the hard copy?
That's something I can find out about. I'm sure that's something that we would want to put up here. I'll find out from the MRI group if that's something we can put on. Is there all his books, you mean?
Whatever you could, please, especially Islam 2.0. We love that book and we use it a lot. And then also, in Pursuit of Justice is also beautiful.
Yeah.
So if we could put, a few of his books, I don't know if it's okay. With PDF format, that would be wonderful for our new, Muslim.
I agree. Yeah, that's something we could definitely work out. Yeah.
Easily reachable. And one sister is asking, how do we get the website? I think you just put www.musliminstitute.com. That's correct.
Yeah.
And then one brother is asking, can I streamline the videos on my cell phone?
Yes. Yes, you can. Yeah.
And one brother or sister was asking, brother, is there also a library of Hassan Hathout lectures? Is it in this one or is it separate?
No, it is separate. I can't remember the exact address, but if you search Dr. Hassan Hathout, he does have his website that his daughter Ibat has set up.
Oh, is that one hhlf.org?
Yes.
Legacy. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. All his work is on there. Yeah. Perfect. And I forgot to say that there is a search right here. So if you're looking for a particular topic, let's say you're looking up women, it'll give you all the lectures on women. So the search engine is really good too, if you're looking for a particular topic.
That's amazing. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much. I'm looking. So what is the website? Oh, Dr. Hassan is, I'm telling brothers and sisters again, hhlf.org. hhlf. Hassan Hathout Legacy Foundation.org. So, and then one of the sisters is saying that, mashallah, thank you, Sister Jihan. Learned so much from Dr. Mahir, wondering if we can add Dr. Hassan Hathout as well. Yeah, I mean, the addresses as we just mentioned.
Dr. Hassan, by the way, was his brother, who was also a pioneer in our community. But yeah, he has his own website with his material.
Alhamdulillah, thank you. And then one sister is saying that I have a tape of Dr. Hathout from LDN Foundation, also a promo video of Dr. Hathout's thoughts on New Horizon from 84 and to 2000. Need to look for them and we'll give them to you.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if anybody has any recordings, this is also how I keep getting material trickled in. A lot of people have recordings of his that really can't be found anywhere else, just the private, somebody who has it. So if anybody has anything from Dr. Hathout or Dr. Fatih Uthman, I would love to have it. Yeah.
Perfect. How they can get into, get in touch with you?
They can email me.
Would it be possible to?
Actually, I think they can just put they can send the information on the MRI website.
Okay.
And then I'll get it.
Great. So, brothers and sisters, if you have any document about Dr. Mahir, mostly I guess video recording.
Yeah.
With,
anything. Yeah, and if they could just leave their email, and then I will contact them.
Sure.
That would be
And
great.
there is one question, actually, this is a really good one. Does anyone have Dr. Hathout's reciting poetry at a Brother Ali show few years ago? Do we have anything on the website that is?
Not his poetry. No, no. That's something I would have to ask the family about, whether they want that on the website.
Hmm,
But
okay.
that's another idea. That's a
That
great.
would be wonderful, yeah, seeing
Yeah,
his
because
artistic
I know
side.
that was,
That's
yeah, I loved poetry, so that would be something that we can
sure,
find
sure.
out if we can add.
That would be wonderful. His poetry was amazing, says
Yes.
Brother Ati. Yeah, actually, I think I heard either from him or from his brother. He was, reciting in Arabic and then also translating. So that would be wonderful if we could get it both, in Arabic and then also translation.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great suggestion. Yeah, yeah, I will look into that definitely.
Inshallah. That would be wonderful. I'm looking, I don't see any more questions. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us about the website that?
No, if just, we would love to hear from people, what they think of it, I mean, we just got a whole bunch of great suggestions. So I would love to hear suggestions, comments, see how they like it, you know, that would be great to hear from.
And I have a question. I don't know if it's applicable. Would it be possible to link these two beautiful websites, Dr. Hassan Hathout's and then Dr. Maher's, to our Islamic Center's website? So when people go in, I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
would it be possible?
That is something that I can't decide.
I don't know, whoever.
That would have to be between the MRI and the Islamic Center. They would have to decide that. But I think that's a great idea too.
Yeah, and we just want to familiarize or for people to find out about these beautiful sources. I mean, like, seriously, like I'm working at the Islamic Center until recent. I didn't know about this beautiful website. I know it's new. When did you launch this website?
We launched it about a year ago, and but we're still adding to it. It took me about 3 years to complete.
Wow.
And then another year to design the website. We went back and forth creating it and designing it and posting everything. Yeah, so it's pretty time consuming, the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. May
But
Allah reward you. I mean, it looks beautiful and it's really useful. Inshallah, we will benefit a lot,
inshallah.
especially for our community members and then for those who, recently accepted Islam. We have a lot of brothers and sisters coming to, our faith. Inshallah,
Yes,
this will be
I
an
think
amazing book.
he is great for converts. There's a lot of
Definitely,
material here.
definitely. And if you could please, add those PDF format of the books if possible, that would be wonderful.
I'll get on that right away.
we,
About that, yes.
we just keep sending the books and mailing it, like for those who are, but that would be much easier, inshallah.
Yeah, I agree.
That would be wonderful.
Okay.
Okay, I don't see any other questions. And one Sister Bibi, the address is not HLFF, it's HHLF. Okay, I'm gonna, yeah, HHLF.org. This is,
This is the
HLF.org is for Hassan Hathout. And then this one is www.muslimreforminstitute.com, right? Yes. Okay, you can actually see it on the top.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much, Sister Jihan, for being our guest tonight. And thank you again. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and bless your family for this amazing work. And inshallah, we will benefit from this. And we will pray for Dr. Maher, Dr. Othman, and then you, inshallah, for bringing this into our, alhamdulillah, attention. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum and good night. Thank you again. Many thanks. All right, brothers and sisters, on behalf of Islamic Center of Southern California, again, I am thanking our sister Jihan, Hamdan, and then also those who worked tirelessly. I don't know who they are. I know I should mention one name. Brother Ramzi Hakim is also a big part of this project, as far as I know. I'm sure there are other people. Please forgive me. I don't know if I cannot name every one of them. But again, let's pray for them, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them and bless their families for this beautiful work. And please keep, our past leaders, Dr. Maher, Dr. Hassan, Dr. Fatih Uthman, Dr. Elfi, alhamdulillah. So because of them, we are benefiting from these beautiful, legacy. So, and then please pray for their family members, the Elfi family and Hadhud family, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them and give them, strength and health, inshallah. Now, I am going to call the adhan, and then after the adhan, we'll pray. And then if you have any question for me after the prayer, I'll, respond to your questions. But before I call the adhan, I would like to remind you that next Tuesday, my guest is going to be Brother Salam Al-Marayati, inshallah. But before that, I will see you on Thursday at 9 p.m. And the next Monday, we are going to start at 8:30 p.m. I know a lot of you are asking that we should move a little earlier. Okay, inshallah, Monday is going to be the starting day at 8:30 p.m. So now I will call the adhan, inshallah.